Hi, I can't find the comment now, but it was a comment on my theater as a career post, and the comment was about, if that was a marketable degree in our state, which is Florida, which is a completely valid question, and I was hoping to find it to respond to it because it's a good conversation to have. So, to get into it, Florida is actually a pretty good theater scene. It's taking a while to get back after COVID, but pre-COVID, it was pretty good. People think New York for theater, LA for movies, Chicago for improv, but Florida can really offer you all three. And you can be fairly successful. That's not to say you don't need another job with a theater job, especially if you are an actor, but there are plenty of people who have theater and it's their full-time job, especially in technical theater. We have friends, a couple of them have started their own theater companies or improv groups with the help of grants, and they have been going a couple years strong and are bringing in equity actors to work on their productions and have full-time teams, technical teams, and are up for Carbonell Awards and things like that. So that's pretty great. We also have friends who have followed the community theater or semi-professional theater route, where they have a 9 to 5 and they're either going unpaid or get paid a minimal amount as well. But most importantly, they're happy and they're thriving. Also fantastic. We have friends who moved on to go work at Disney and Universal Studios, both as, I'll call it masked characters and performers, and working, I'll call it like straight non-acting jobs at these theme parks. And some have loved it, some have not loved it, but that's pretty on par with any job where you either love it or you hate it. Friends have gone equity, friends have stayed non-equity, and those who have gone equity are doing really great, and those who have gone non-equity are still doing great, and they have other jobs as well. Everyone's got a side hustle these days. And those who are in theater have also ventured out into movies and radio locally as well, doing independent films, extras, starting their own film production companies, being local while also traveling. We have friends who started local theater and then joined traveling groups and are traveling all over the world, and their home base is still in Florida or New York or LA. And then we have those who started here locally and then they moved to Chicago or New York or LA, or they stayed here to continue their theater careers. And as always, sometimes the theater degree is a stepping stone to a different path. We have friends who went on to get different degrees to use their theater, and they found a passion in speech pathology. And, all those voice and diction classes and everything, they just found a different passion. Some friends went into social media marketing. They went from acting to backstage crew, which also got them jobs at news stations, being, cameramen and things like that. Camera people, pardon me. Those who found passion in makeup went in different routes and went to get cosmetology degrees and things like that. Friends have gone the route of art therapy, using art as a form of therapy. And then you have those who also went the route of teaching, both at a university level and at a primary school level, both in private schools, public schools, religious schools. And then we have a couple friends who got jobs on cruise ships, both performing and working technically in the theater acts on the ships. And we have friends who got their degrees in theater, lived the life and said, it's not for me. I enjoy it, I support it, but I'm going a different way. And I have a lot of friends who did that with non-theater degrees as well. So yeah, Florida can be the place for you with a theater degree, or can be a stepping stone as you find your place elsewhere. But yeah, I would say it's not any harder than another degree out there, especially these days. With theater, a lot of the skills you learn can easily transfer to other jobs where you might need to go get a certification or a special license. But the skills you're bringing to the table are really versatile and marketable. And those who are using theater as, a side job, a lot of them bypassed doing, waiting jobs or bartending jobs or retail jobs, and they got, their real estate license degree, and they're doing really well being a realtor because they're using the skills they learned in performing and, things like that, and it's transferring to being a really good realtor, which I think is pretty cool. So they're realtor by day and, performer, artist, actor at night. Pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, you can do okay here as long as you have a lot of skills and, I don't want to say that you don't have lofty dreams, but I think if you go in thinking you're going to be the big name in South Florida, you might be disappointed. And I'm not saying don't go for your dreams and don't dream big, but I'm always one to say, what else can you do? And that's why I didn't want to get a BFA in a certain area of theater. I wanted a broad range, and I got experience in a lot of different areas, on stage, backstage, and the business side of theater. I think that's the way to be marketable around here, is to know a lot and be able to do a lot. But I wish I could find that comment, but it was a good comment, and I enjoyed talking about this. So yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.